I always had and still have unbelievable confidence in myself, bro. Like, I believe I'm the best player on the pitch, bro. If you give up, you've been beaten. You know, that's it. That's what keeps me going till today. They were like, we need to get this kid. We have to get him. They literally said to my dad, we will never do this for another 11-year-old again, ever. Bro, in football, there's no such thing as mates, man. So we had a bit of a tussle in the changing room. We had a bit of a brawl, me and him, yeah. As soon as I signed there, man, it's like they don't know you anymore. I'm from Australia. Yeah. I didn't know what the A-League was at 18, 19. I honestly have never watched A-League. No one even barely knew who I was, and I had played for Man City, bro. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, my talent is what's kept me in football, man. Nothing else, you know, because of how good I am at the game. That's what's kept me in the game. I don't really believe I was ever given a fair chance, bro, at that club. I don't respect the way they dealt with my situation.
Hello, and thank you for joining me today on Finding Your Second Wind. My name is Louis Khoury. If you don't know who I am, that's fair enough. There's a good chance you saw the guest name in the title, and that's why you clicked on the episode. But don't tune out just yet. We will get into this incredible episode with Louis Khoury. But very quickly, a little bit about me. I'm currently a semi-professional footballer playing in New South Wales' top division in Australia. I've played professional football and I've had 5 years experience playing overseas in England. I also have a passion for media, podcasting, and learning about people's journeys, where they've come from, the sacrifices that they've made, and how they overcame them, which is essentially how the idea for this podcast came about. In today's episode, I had the pleasure of sitting down with Louis Khoury. He's a friend of mine through football, and his story is an incredibly fascinating one. We're going to get into his football journey and learn about how he dealt with setbacks at such a young age. He's gone through a lot of adversity in his career, and he was so kind to open up about everything. He doesn't do a lot of these, which we'll get into as well, like a reason why. And I hope you enjoy this episode as much as I did. So with that being said, let's get into it. Finding your second wind. All right. Louis Khoury, welcome to Finding Your Second Wind.
Yep.
How are you going?
Bro, I actually like the name of your podcast, because it suits me perfectly. It actually suits the journey well. But I'm going good, man. How are you?
Yeah. Good. No, I'm all good, man. I'm stoked to have you here, and I really appreciate it. You were saying, as we were walking in, you don't do interviews.
Nah, man. To be honest with you, I like to keep this personal, this story, because it's something that I hold close to my heart. Yeah. And my family, you know what I mean? We're pretty tight knit, so I don't really like to get it out too much and to show too many people, look at me, look what I've done. So, yeah, you got me here, so well done.
No, as I said, I really do appreciate it, because your story is super intriguing. Now, we'll get into it, specifically why it's intriguing, and it's, I don't know, I hadn't really heard about it a lot, but I grew up in another country, but I can imagine it was sort of well documented over here. Do people know about it?
Really, bro. Like when I initially went over, I went over at 10 years old. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Before the whole system, before you go into, your youth setups and all that stuff. I went over as a young kid. Yeah. Like I said, we kept it very close to our chest what we did, like as a family. We never put on the news, never liked to sort of say, look what we're doing. So like really, it actually wasn't that well documented over here as it could have been. Yeah. But that's just partially because of us, the way I am and the way my family is. It's not like we just don't want anyone to know. It's just more that we're, I'd say a bit, what's the word? I don't know. Yeah.
It's definitely like a humble approach.
Yeah, that's 100%. Right. That's the word I'd say. It's more of a humble sort of approach to the situation. Yeah. So, I
love that. I think it's great. And we will get into that journey. A few questions before we start. Yeah, man. Because we are friends. We play together currently. Yeah. So I already know you fit like a little bit. Yeah. Not like super well.
I'd say so.
But I know like a little bit about you. Yeah. So my first question is, how many coffees have you had today?
Bro, Well, you're Italian, aren't you?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you guys love your coffee.
Yes, yeah.
I'm Lebanese.
Mm.
We love our coffee too, man. So it's not just the Italians, bro.
Yeah.
Today, probably I've had, this is my third. The one that you got me now, the
Yeah.
cap with the extra shot. So that would be 6 shots actually so far today.
And what is
coffees.
it? 12:30.
Yeah.
12:30. That's pretty good going.
Now. Yeah, man. It's
Pretty
good, but I'm
going.
trying to cut down.
Okay.
I'm trying to go on a detox, bro.
I've been hearing that
A
for
coffee
a while.
detox. Yeah, bro. I need the
love
energy, man. We do a lot, so.
No, you're a busy guy.
Yeah.
I want to know, was it always just football? Like, were you a sporty kid growing up, or did you play other sports?
So really, I would say since I can remember 5 years old, since I started kicking the ball around, it was literally just the ball, man. Like I did not do anything else apart from just train, like football. That's it. That's all that was in my head. It wasn't forced. It wasn't like my dad was telling me you got to play football or anything. I was just naturally gifted, and I just sort of just went on with it. And I was just such a well-drilled, competitive individual. So I just sort of harnessed onto that and just literally football only. That was literally it. Nothing else, man.
Yeah, wow. Because for me personally, I was like all sports.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to sort of see the other side where you were so dedicated just to that one sport.
Well, really, bro, sporting wasn't in our family, sport in general. Like my dad moved from Lebanon, and he just literally came here, worked for his family, literally knew nothing about sport in a way. Same with my mum, you know what I mean? Like they didn't really know much about sport in general. So it wasn't really in our family to pursue professional sport career or pursue a football career or anything like that. That was completely foreign to us. Like it was not on the cards.
What was the career path? Like what did they expect?
To be honest with you, like my dad was very supportive of my football career since the first day. My mum always said, have a backup plan. You got to go to school, study, all that. But I said, you know what? Like if I'm gonna do that, I'm already doubting myself. So when doubt starts to creep in, that's when you don't believe in yourself. My dad would support me on that. He'd say, "That's what you want to do, son. Then do it, and just make sure you give your best and never give up." So that was really the career my dad had for me, anyway. In his head as well. He really believed in it, and he still believes in it until today. So
How did getting into if you say like your family's not a footballing family, how did you get into it then? How did that happen?
I think the first sort of stage of me kicking a ball was just in my backyard with my dad. He just literally, throw the ball, kick it, throw the ball, kick it in the backyard, and then I just joined my school team, my local school team. With my teammates in school, nothing serious at all when I was like 6. Yeah. And then I started playing, and then everyone started saying how good I was because I was literally just tearing every kid up at 6 years old. I'm not just saying that but I literally was, so there was something different about me when I used to dribble the ball and the way I naturally just had a connection with the ball. So that's literally how it started.
I feel like that's quite a common story. Yeah. With like people who've gone on to
100%
to great things.
Yeah.
It's just a natural talent from birth.
Yeah.
There's no real you don't have that much time to work.
No. That's right, bro.
To it.
Yeah.
So right.
Yeah,
that's very interesting.
It came naturally. Like even the competitive edge came naturally. Just wanting to be better than everyone else. Every other kid just came naturally. None of it was forced. It was all just, I was just obsessed with it, man, from a young age.
And so you played at your school team first.
Yeah.
So how does, right, now we're going to get into it
because
your career starts quite young from, as you said, 10.
Yeah.
So how did the Manchester City move come about? So for those, just before you get into that, for people listening, Louis Khoury, Australian Wonderkid, Manchester City Academy player. So how does that even come about if you were just playing school football?
Bro, the way it came about was a little bit later than school, but before that, I literally just moved up the ranks. Like, I'd go trial for the state team, I'd make it to the state team, then I'd go trial for a higher level in the state team, like whatever we had back then. There was something called Project 22. They wanted to sort of make this team to compete in the 2022 World Cup. It fell through anyway.
I remember hearing about that.
Yeah, P22.
I remember hearing about that. Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you were part of that.
Yeah, I was a part of that thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
okay.
it was pretty cool actually at the time. Like there was like loads of trials with kids, and then like the best, I don't know how many, but out of so many kids, the best few would they just make teams, and we just play in that. So my coach from P22, because I was in North, I used to be in the North sector. It was like North, East, Southwest. I was in the North one. He actually had a bit of a connection with Manchester City, and he was from England. So his name was Joe Mulberry, the coach. And he sort of saw something special in me again, and he knew that I was a good player. And at that time, I was actually already going to England on trial through another trial that I did with these other guys. I forget what it was called, but these scouts from England came, and then they'd like watch us play, and then they'd pick the best 3 or 4 players to go overseas. So I went overseas as like the 3 or 4, best players. And then he knew I was going. So he was working with Man City in Africa in a project called The Right to Dream. So they take the kids from Africa, the best kids, and Man City create pathways for them in them countries because they can't afford, like a good standard of living. They can't afford good coaches. So he linked me up a trial with Man City when I was there. And that's how that eventuated, bro. So then I just obviously went over to England, and then we'll continue with the rest of the story.
Well, as you say, so you went over there and you already had trials lined up elsewhere. Where else were you trialing?
So I had trials lined up. I was 10 years old at this time. So I had trials lined up at like Tranmere Rovers.
Okay.
Yeah, you know Tranmere.
Yeah.
They're probably League 1 now, or I'm not sure, League 2.
I think they're League 1.
League 1 or
We'll
League 2 now,
that.
yeah. So I had trials lined up at Tranmere, Everton.
Yeah.
But Everton, like they call it the shadow squad, like the second team, not the proper academy.
Okay.
I had trials lined up with Nottingham Forest, Burnley.
Wow.
I think that was it. I'm pretty sure that was it. And then obviously Man City.
Yeah.
So they were the clubs that I initially had trials with.
So would I be right in assuming you had trials at those places and they also wanted you?
Bro, like I went over there so nervous, bro. Like I was scared. I'm like, these kids are going to be so good, you know? So like I literally didn't know what I was in for, yeah. And then I think literally within 30 minutes of my first training session with Tranmere Rovers, for example, they were like, we need to get this kid. We have to get him. They literally just pulled my mum and my brother aside because they took me over to England, my mum and my brother, and then they're like, we need to sign your brother. We need him. Literally after 30 minutes of training, bro. That was the first sign where I'm like, wow, okay.
Because not to make it about me.
Yeah.
But I went over to England
Yeah.
and played against these academy teams,
Yeah.
so Liverpool and Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
Academy.
Oh, really? Wow.
And before that, I was there going, these are Premier League academies.
Yeah.
These kids are going to be unbelievable,
Yeah.
like so much better than me, which Liverpool were pretty good.
Yeah.
But when you got there,
Yeah.
I realized that the gap, it wasn't as big as I thought it was going to be.
It's not, man. The biggest gap, I'll tell you where the big gap is from under 18s upwards, man. This is where you see like the levels from, for example, Sydney and Europe or England. That's when you just see it go from there to like there. The levels just separate because when you get to under 18s in England, it's just a different game, man. And then the investment, man, it's where the investment happens in other 100%. Players they buy and stuff like that. So I think at that level, if you're a really good player, like technically a really good player, you have a bit of a chance, I would say, when you're younger to get into an academy overseas or a top setup like me, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And so you do these trials.
Yeah.
And no surprises, you sign at Manchester City.
Yeah, so
being an Aussie kid, like what was the culture like at the club? Being an Aussie kid.
So like when I was, obviously I went to Tranmere, then I went to like Everton Shadow Squad. I trialed there for like one session. Straight away they put me in the academy. Like after one session, bang, straight away I was with the academy the next day. And then like I met like Tim Cahill, all these guys were like watching me because he's obviously Australian. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He'll probably still remember till now. Like,
Do you reckon?
yeah, 100% he will.
Timmy Cahill's going to remember.
100% he will. If you say my name to him, yeah, 100% he'll remember. We
Wow.
lost contact.
Yes.
But quite like after that trip in England, when we came back to Australia, we had his number. Like, you know, we spoke to him on a regular basis for advice and on what to do with my career and stuff like that. So yeah, straight away I was in Everton's academy squad. They were like, we need to sign this guy. Like technically I was a different level, man. Like I still am. But technically at that age, bro, like I was well advanced off like nearly every kid there, like 10 times over.
Yeah, I'm not surprised to hear that.
So yeah, even at Man City, like when I first went there, first session, we need to get this kid. Literally the same thing. Like after the first session. So the hype was not made up, bro. You can't make that stuff up, you know. So it was literally from 4 or 5 top clubs. Like they're all really dying for me to sign for them at that young age. So I went over there as an Aussie kid, bro. An Aussie kid isn't looked upon as a good player. Yeah. Over there. Like they're like, who's this kid from Australia? Like he can't be that good.
You got to prove yourself.
Bro, you're already fighting against the wind coming from Australia. You know, you're not from Brazil, Portugal, all these countries where football's in the DNA, you know. So you're already fighting against the wind, and I proved them multiple times, like on my trial, that I was more than good enough, you know, to sign for these teams. And yeah,
incredible, an incredible story, because I've heard bits and pieces, but to hear it in full, So you were sought after. People knew who you were.
Yeah, man.
You have 4 siblings.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah, I have 3 sisters and a brother.
Wow.
All older.
All older?
Yeah.
So what happened when you moved over to the UK? Like, did your parents come with you? Surely you didn't move by yourself, surely.
Nah, man. So initially after I trialed there at 10 years old, I came back to school. Yeah. The year after, they were still fighting on, like, the clubs were still trying to get me, like, in terms of, like, constantly sending me my father and my brother, like, emails and that to try and sign me. I've still got the email still today, bro. Yeah. So it's pretty cool. But, like, literally, they flew me over. Man City flew me over. Me, my dad, and my sister for a whole month. Wow. They flew me over there. I'm not going into too much detail of what they did, but it was pretty good. It was special for an 11-year-old. They wined and dined. They literally said to my dad, "We will never do this for another 11-year-old again, ever."
Really? Do you reckon they have since?
No. What they did was pretty crazy.
Can you go in a little bit?
Yeah, man. So
you don't obviously
literally,
need to say
man.
anything.
So like, you know, if you put 2 and 2 together, they flew literally me, my dad, my sister over because I said I needed my sister.
Which is already a few grand.
Yeah, man. So it's quite a bit, and then hotel for a whole month. Like literally food to my door for a whole month, restaurant for a whole month, vouchers, everything. Like they looked after me like a special kid, you know, in a way. Maybe it was too much. I don't know. But they saw that in me, and I, you know, respect that and I appreciate that from that club.
They got your signature.
And yeah, man. So I was over there for a month initially, and then that's when I was training with the squad every day, you know, and like. Yeah. I'm literally going from school in my local school in Sydney. Then I'm going over there, like breakfast with Carlos Tevez and Sergio Aguero. These guys, I'm sitting right next to them having breakfast in the morning. Insane. You know what I mean? Like that's what they did when I went there, you know? Yeah. So like they literally done everything they could to get my signature on that paper as a young kid, you know? So my dad moved over with me. Okay. Initially, my dad did, and my mum. To be honest.
They both? Yeah.
Yeah, my dad and my mum. But my mum was back and forth. So because we obviously have other siblings here.
Are they older, your siblings?
Yeah. Like I got, my brother's like 33. Yeah. My sisters are all in their 30s now. Okay. I'm 25. So at that time, they were probably like 19, 18, 21, around that age.
Okay, yeah. So they weren't just leaving other kids by themselves.
Nah, man. I mean,
that's what I was imagining.
That's what everyone thought. Yeah. But you know, they were more than capable of sort of
looking after themselves.
Listen, man. It was a sacrifice we decided to make as a family. You know, there's no hiding from the sacrifice you have to make. Of course. You know, you got to face it head on, and that's what we're gonna have to do to try and achieve what we want to achieve.
Yeah.
And we decided to do that as a family. But my mum was back and forth from Sydney to Manchester every year. You know, so it was a sacrifice from every single person in our family, including myself and all my siblings, you know, like, and my father and my mother, like.
And you must be incredibly grateful for all the sacrifices that they...
Yeah, they, you know, my dad and my mum especially, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, they've done everything they can for me as a young man. Like, I wish I can do that for my child in the future. You know what I mean? So, yeah, of course, bro. You're forever grateful for your family, bro. You know,
100%. Talk me through some of the names. Like, let's get a sense of the quality of this Manchester City academy. So, some of the boys that were alongside you on the training pitch at school. Talk me through some people.
One of the most common setbacks that athletes face is injury. And I've had my fair share in 10 years of playing football. And it's so important to have a good physio to help you get back to full fitness. Which is why I'm very happy to say that this episode of Finding Your Second Wind is sponsored by Your Physiotherapy Rockdale. Whether you're an athlete, a labourer, working an office job, retired, or even taking a gap year, don't let injuries get in the way of what you need to do. Michael and his team have over 30 years of experience combined and will guide you through a comprehensive injury history and physical examination to provide an accurate provisional diagnosis, as well as provide the most effective evidence-based treatment for your injury. They've helped me personally this football season, and I'm glad to have them as a sponsor of the show. To book your first appointment, visit yourphysiotherapy.com.au, click book now to start your rehab journey, and let them know that you've come from this podcast in their comment section. That's yourphysiotherapy.com.au. Now let's get back to the episode.
Bro, as soon as I arrived at Man City, as soon as I arrived there and I signed there, I was competing with the likes of, you know, top level players like Jeremy Frimpong. He was, you know, literally, he's in my team. He was my age group. Jeremy Frimpong, you know, another guy called Felix Nemecha, who plays for Dortmund now, Borussia Dortmund. Top players, top people, top players. These guys like Phil Foden,
Sancho as well.
Jadon Sancho. Yeah, he came at 15 when I was about 15.
Yeah,
we signed him from Watford for a big fee. Like, I remember one day I was in school with my teammates in St. Bede's, with all my teammates from my academy.
Yeah,
and everyone's like, we just signed this guy, like Jadon Sancho. Like the whole talk was like crazy about him. I don't know who he was, to be honest. But then he came, bro. joke, bro. He's a joke of a player. Like, he was in a 1v1 situation, finished. Doesn't matter who you are. You'd be finished against him, bro.
What do you mean, bro? What do you want?
Nah, bro. In a 1v1 situation, bro.
Nah, man.
That guy Jadon Sancho was like incredible. Incredible.
He
You know,
still is, bro.
I mean, the level of the players you're talking about are like not just successful players, but like successful to a 0.5% level of the whole world, man. Like,
yeah,
this is
those players you've named.
Yeah,
I mean, everyone who knows football knows those players.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, like Phil Foden, Sancho,
Yeah.
Frimpong, these guys they've gone on to win.
I mean,
titles,
man, like
Bundesliga titles.
really, man, like these. Yeah, as you're there, I'm competing neck to neck with them. You know, like there wasn't much difference at all, man. There wasn't much. That little things make a big difference in football. You know what I mean? Small decisions. You know, players coming from that country, from England, homegrown players. You know, that the clubs support them a lot more than players like us coming from countries like Australia as well. You know.
So, do you think there was a little bit of favoritism in that sense?
Man, if I was to sort of, I'm not the type of person to make excuses, or like say it was his fault. You know, I could have done things better too, but I was very new to that whole environment. You know, but if I could sort of point something towards somewhere, I would say as soon as after I signed for Man City, you know, before how they were trying to sign me, they were like, you know, saying, wow, this guy's special, this guy is amazing, this guy is, you know, they were saying things that I don't believe should be said to an 11-year-old. You know, these promises that shouldn't be made to an 11-year-old. We want him to debut in the first team at this age. Like, these are the sort of things I was getting told, you know, as an 11-year-old. As soon as I signed there, man, it's like they don't know you anymore.
Really?
Honestly, bro, yeah. Like, they just leave you in the dark because they know you got your dad with you.
Yeah.
He's moved over with you, sacrificing for you. And they're obviously not spending the money that they would on other players on you. You know, your living expenses are yours.
Yeah.
You know, so you're basically
So
like another player to them. As they sign me,
Another one in the system.
yeah, man. What do they say? You're a small fish in a big pond. You know what I mean? I used to get told that before I signed for Man City.
Yeah.
You know the amount of people that were telling me to go sign for like Nottingham Forest, Burnley, or Everton.
So
Even Man United were after me.
we'll get onto that club in a bit. But,
Yeah.
But looking back, do you regret your decision then, going to City?
I don't live with regrets, man. I believe the person I am, the person I have become, is because of the decisions I've made, you know. And
I respect that.
and bro, I don't live with any regrets in my life because
I'm the same.
otherwise I wouldn't be this person I am today, you know.
Yeah.
That for me counts more than even playing in the Champions League. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
The person I am, the human being I am is what makes my mum and dad proud, you know, and myself as well, and my family. So I stand by that.
I respect
first.
that.
But if I was to go back in time, man, you know, obviously I would, if I was to advise another young player, you know, going through that sort of system at 11 or 12 years old, you're way better off going to a club that doesn't have the financial capacity of a club like Manchester City, for example, because they see you as an asset. When they sell you, if you become a top player and they sell you for 40, 50 million pounds or whatever, that's an asset for them. That's how these clubs survive. It's
a business.
These feeding clubs like, you know, Southampton or a Nottingham Forest or a Burnley, for example, bro, you know, these clubs, that's what they live off as well in terms of.
Yeah, you got to remember, like, the academy system is, I mean, I might be wrong in assuming this, but it's predominantly like a business where they're making money off their academy players for what costs them barely nothing in terms of acquiring the player in the first place.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like at Man City, when I went there, I was on a full scholarship at a school, one of the best schools in England. So boys from Man City would get chosen. I was chosen from, like, even players in my own age group. I was chosen out of them to join. It's called the St. Bede's program, the college St. Bede's.
Yeah, I'm aware.
And that program obviously cost a ridiculous amount of money. So for every single player that's there. So that they do invest heavily in terms of that. But like you said, bro, it is a system that is, emotions are completely out of that system. Even with young kids like us, like, we learn early that if you're not good enough, that's it. Like there's no emotions involved. Yeah. Even at 13, 14,
Very
15, bro. Yeah, bro.
Cutthroat.
Completely cutthroat. But that's just a system, man. That's how it works. It doesn't care about your feelings, or you got to learn quick in football, man. That's why you become a man a lot earlier in football than 100%. other sort of industries out there or school.
Well, you're almost going straight into like full-time work, essentially. So that leads me to the next question, I guess, is so what was the schedule like? I imagine it was pretty demanding.
Yeah, bro. I mean, even just being in a school like that, you're with normal kids, like just normal school kids. We're in there, you know, we're the footballers, you know, like we feel special, man, when we're in that school. You're the popular, you know, like, not kids. To be cocky or not to be like, you know, have a big head or anything, but you're known as Man City players, you know, and like me and my teammates were in that school, you know. Our schedule, it wasn't a normal schedule, man. Like we'd rock up to school at 8:30. I'd walk to school. I'd leave home at like 7:45 and walk, because I used to love just walking to school. I don't know why, but I just used to love walking to school.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So we'd rock up at 8:30, start at 9. We'd have like a bit of breakfast at like 10:30 in the cafeteria at school. And then we'd do like 4 classes, I think, in the morning. And then, bro, coaches would come, like coaches' buses. They'd come, 3 big coaches to come pick us up outside of school, all the Man City players for the certain age groups that are there. And we go to training at 12:30. We'd start training at 2 o'clock or 1:45 or something. finish training at like 3:30. Then usually we'd have a gym session after, like 4 o'clock to 4:45. Eat dinner at the training ground, and go home, bro, and repeat the same thing. You know.
And how many days?
That was 4 days a week. 4 days a week. We'd have one day where we like used to just go to the training ground.
Yeah.
And then they'd get teachers to come from St. Bede's College to teach us at the training ground. But we train in the morning that day. So they'd want us to experience the life of a pro footballer in a way where you wake up, you go to training. Bro, it's a big privilege, you know, it's amazing. So we'd rock up in the morning at training, get ready, train, have breakfast at the academy, training ground, you know, have lessons, train again in the afternoon, double session, gym. Then we'd have lessons from like 5 to 6:30 p.m. and then go home, man. So it was amazing, bro.
Mate, that is full on, but it's like, that's incredible. Like the whole program and how it's like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, man.
I
mean, when I came in, they were actually just starting it in a way. Yeah, that hadn't been going for that long. The St. Bede's program, that was a program that they were sort of tapping into early. Other academies already had that. Like Man United had their own school that their boys would go to. Everton would, but yeah, bro, that program was amazing, bro. Honestly, it was really amazing.
So just going back to some of the names. Do you have like any funny or interesting stories that happened, or like what can you tell us? And also, like, who was your closest mate in the academy?
Well, bro, for the first question. I'll go to the second question first.
Yeah,
My best mate in the academy was a guy called Ellis Sims. He plays for Coventry City now. Okay. They just got promoted to the Prem.
Yes. Yeah, I think I saw a photo.
Yeah, he's a striker for Coventry. He just got promoted with them now to the Prem. Congrats, like, to Ellis, because he's my boy, bro. He's my really, really good mate.
Yeah.
And who else? I used to be mates, like, bro, in football there's no such thing as mates, man.
I remember you saying this.
There's no such thing as mates, bro. Like, I used to hang around them a lot, like my teammates from Man City. But bro, everyone behind your back's talking about you. Everyone, the jealousy and the saltiness at that sort of age is so high that I didn't really have mates, bro. And I was always the outsider from Australia.
Yeah, only
Lebanese guy in Manchester. Like, there's no Lebanese there, yeah. And I come from Sydney, where there's Lebanese everywhere, you know. So like, I was an outsider, bro, and they made it known that I'm an outsider. These boys, you know what I mean? Right. But bro, that's what comes with it. I accepted it, bro. I wasn't there feeling sorry for myself. I used to stand up for myself, bro. So my mates, probably one. I'd say Ellis Sims, bro. He was my really, really good mate. And another guy called, Nathaniel Ogbeta. I think he plays. I don't know who he plays for now.
Yeah.
But he was a good guy too. Like, we were pretty close as well. He was a top player as well. Played for England all the way up until under 18s or something like that. He was captain of England under 15s or something. He was a top player, bro. Funny stories, bro.
Anything?
I remember one time me and Jezza, Jeremy Frimpong.
Yeah.
He'll remember this. We had a bit of a tussle in the changing room. We had a bit of a brawl, me and him. Yeah. We had a bit of a fight, bro, in the changing room. I think we were like 15 or 14.
Yeah.
You know them ages, bro. Like, no hard feelings, obviously.
Yeah.
Top kid. But I think we just got into a bit of a heated argument, bro. And
what was the fight about? Can you say?
I can't say. Bro, I can't share them details, bro.
Yeah.
We got into a bit of a brawl, bro, in the changing room, me and him. It got heated, bro. But nah, bro, he's a top guy, bro. But yeah, I came out on top.
Oh, okay.
I'll say that, bro. He's small. Right. He's a lot smaller than me. He's a short guy. Yeah, he's small and he's not like the biggest guy as well. But bro, he's the fastest kid.
Yeah.
The fastest player I've ever seen, bro. I've never seen someone move like as fast as him. I swear. He's so fast, bro. Like, it's not normal. Yeah. We used to do speed tests, obviously.
Yeah.
Bro, the guy used to smoke everyone, bro. Oh my gosh, man.
Even back then.
Oh, bro.
Wow.
He's so fast. Like, can't catch him, bro.
That's insane.
Can't catch him, honestly. But yeah, that's probably, I would say, the best sort of like funny story that I have from Man City.
I like it. That's
bro.
good.
Yeah, there were quite a few, bro. But
Yeah.
you know, they
That
can't.
one
Not
sticks
all
out.
of them can be shared, bro.
Yeah.
You know,
I get you. I get you.
can't expose too many names.
And just on some of the other players there,
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the term "streets won't forget"? The streets won't
Streets
forget.
won't forget. Yeah.
An
What does it
example,
mean?
Like someone like Adel Taarabt or Ben
Oh
Arfa.
yeah,
something like that.
man.
Like
Yeah,
they're
like
techie
the most
players.
techie. Do you
Like,
want me to give you a name?
well, no. So what I want to know is who is someone that the streets don't even necessarily know about yet? Like they went on to they didn't actually achieve what they could have in football.
I'll tell you someone, bro. I'll tell you who was the biggest, he was a baller, bro. This guy, when he came in,
Yeah.
techie, technically left foot, bro, ball stuck to his feet. I don't know if he still plays at the moment, but his name, Taylor Richards, bro.
Taylor Richards.
Taylor Richards, he used to play for Fulham. We got him from Fulham.
Okay.
Came in, bro.
Insane.
The guy was just bro, that when you're talking about streets won't forget, bro.
Yeah. Well,
That
they don't
guy
even.
technically was bro, the ball's glued to his feet, man.
And he didn't go on to play for
bro,
Manchester
no,
City
no, not at all. I don't know if he still I think he still plays. Maybe conference or League Two. But bro,
Yeah.
that guy was Taylor Richards, bro. You gotta remember that name, bro, because
Yeah.
he was a top player, bro. Top player.
And how long were you at Manchester City?
So I was in total, bro, from 11 to 16. So you could say, I think it was 5.5 years.
Yeah.
I was there in total, until 16. But obviously, after that I left.
Yeah.
I-
Just before we, because I want to get to
Yeah.
when you leave.
Yeah.
How that was
Yeah.
for you, but
Yeah.
I do. For those people who don't
There's
know,
a lot to talk about, bro.
there's so much,
There's too much.
I know,
we
man,
need a whole day for
this.
this,
Could
bro.
go on forever. This podcast because there's
Yeah.
so much to cover, and
There
it's
is, bro.
so interesting
There
to
is,
me.
yeah.
But one thing I'd want to point out that most people probably don't know about you is that you're a Manchester United fan as well.
Bro. Die hard.
Die hard. When did that come about? When did you start supporting them?
Since Ronaldo, bro. Cristiano,
Okay.
CR7, bro. 2007. I was 7 years old. I fell in love with Ronaldo, bro. And he was I actually loved Messi too, but Ronaldo in them days, bro, at Man United, just made me fall in love with the club, bro. And
Yeah, I was the same.
Yeah.
I used to love United. But what I find so interesting, obviously, you played for Manchester City. You were at their academy.
yeah.
So did you have to keep that hidden at the time when you're at Manchester City? You didn't want people knowing that?
Bro, to be honest, quite a few of the boys were United fans there.
Really?
Yeah, bro.
That's crazy to me.
Bro,
when I
as a
hear that.
footballer, you do what's best for you.
Yeah.
Even at that age, bro, you think like that. If I thought Man City were better for me, I would sign for them. Man United were after me, bro, at 11 years old. I played, so before I signed for Man City, I had to sign for a club before 12 years old. Otherwise, they wouldn't let me in the country to live. All right, so I signed for a local team, Stockport Junior Blues, they're called.
Right, okay.
And the coach of Stockport Junior Blues, his dad was the head scout for Manchester United, for the youth, the head scout. His dad's name's Sean McConnell. So Sean McConnell was the head scout at Man United. His son coached that local team. I trained with a local team once, called his dad up. He said, "Dad, this is the best 12-year-old or 11-year-old I've ever seen. You need to come watch him now. You need to watch him." So that weekend, I played a game for Stockport Junior Blues. His dad was there, Sean McConnell. Bro, it was with my mum and my brother. He said, "I got to get him to Man United. I have to get him to Man United now."
This is insane.
Yeah, bro. So I got picked up from a local game. So
This is crazy, man.
Yeah, bro.
You had the biggest clubs in the world
yeah, bro.
desperate to sign
Yeah.
you. That is just fascinating. So
Yeah, man.
you think about that, and then ultimately you end up getting released
Yeah,
at 16.
yeah. From Man City.
How to hear that at such a young age, man? That's such a rough rejection.
Yeah.
How did you deal with that? What did you tell yourself to overcome that situation?
Bro, I would say, bro, at that time, I wasn't really mature enough and I didn't have the guidance of someone that had been through rejection in elite sport yet. Like my dad was foreign to it. You know, he gave me all the support in the world, but I didn't take it as well as I should have, bro. Like I was resenting Man City from 14, 15. I was resenting all the coaches because I wasn't playing. They were playing other players ahead of me that I feel like I was better than at the time. And you know, as a young guy, bro, like, you know, your ego's high. You're at Man City. You've moved across the world. Yeah. You've laid everything out on the table. You know, you're doing it for your family, bro. You want to make them proud. So at that time, from 15, my head already left Man City. I had already left mentally from that club, which if I was to go back in time, I should have proved myself at that age that I was good enough, because I was. But I wasted space mentally on thinking, oh, you know, stuff these guys, or they don't know what they're talking about or whatever. Yeah. So at that time, at 15, I knew I wasn't going to get a scholarship at Man City. I got called into a meeting with Mark Allen, the head of the academy back then. He called my dad and my mum in the meeting. He said to him, you know, we don't think that your son's going to get a scholarship at this club, etc., etc. And obviously I started crying, bro. You know, young men started crying. I don't really cry much, bro, but, you know, that meant something to me, bro, because at 15 to get told that and not be able to prove yourself till 16 is not fair, bro, in my opinion. You don't give a 15-year-old no chance to prove himself to get a scholarship at 16. So it's still a year and a half away. You know what I mean?
Closed the door pretty early. Yeah,
bro. So I knew from an early age that Man City, they didn't see what they said they saw in me, you know, from a young age. So, bro, I went on trial from 15 to like Newcastle United, Aston Villa, Southampton, all these clubs, bro. I went on trial at 15 early. Yeah. And I told them that I want to leave now, but they didn't let me leave, bro. They didn't let me leave till I was over 16.
That's an interesting one. Like, they've told you they don't want you.
Yeah, bro.
And they won't let you leave.
It's crazy, bro. Yeah, it's honestly crazy. I don't know why, but listen, bro, I didn't have an agent. I had no agent, bro. This was me and my dad and my brother.
It's impressive.
My brother early on, but me and my dad, you know, literally just dealing with this whole situation ourselves, bro. Like, we got ourselves to Man City with no external help, bro. No one. No one in the middle doing anything, you know, like...
Hey, that's impressive. It's tough when you don't have any contacts.
Bro, nothing, no one. Like, even the guy that got me in Man City, top guy, Fergal Harkin, his name is. He was the scout. He was the guy that signed me. Yeah. He was probably my point of guidance at that time. Yeah. Telling me where to go, what to do. He wanted to take me to Celtic and a couple of other clubs, but I just said no at that time because I felt like I could do better. Yeah. So, bro, really, when I got told I was going to get released at 16, I just went on trial, bro, to loads of clubs, and that's how it sort of went, you know.
So, what were you telling yourself to get through that period and sort of overcome that?
Bro, I always had and still have unbelievable confidence in myself, bro. Like, I believe I'm the best player on the pitch, bro. Even when they told me that just gave me more fire in my belly to go and prove them wrong. Literally. I did not take it to upset me or like make me feel, oh, I'm not good enough. Nah, bro. Yeah. That gave me double the fire in my belly to prove these guys wrong. So
is that why it frustrated you so much that they closed the door fully on you?
Yeah, bro. I was never given a fair chance at that club, bro. And they know. They'll know themselves, bro. I mean, I'm pretty sure I got told at one point the legal amount of game time an under 16 or an under 15 should be getting in England is at least half of the game time that is played. I wasn't given anywhere near. I was given like 20 to 30% of game time. Wow. At 13, 14, when you're developing, bro, that's criminal. Yeah. To do to a player. You know what I mean? So I don't really believe I was ever given a fair chance, bro, at that club. That's why I believe that I was good enough, bro, because these guys never gave me the chance anyway. Yeah. So why wouldn't I believe that, you know?
Yeah, of course. So in terms of, you didn't let it get you down fully, which is
chance, bro.
Impressive.
No chance, bro.
As a 16, you're 15, younger than I thought. Yeah. You were 15 getting told you're not good enough. You're not good enough.
Yeah.
Like that.
That were the words that were said, bro. Yeah.
That's such a rough thing to hear, bro, for a young kid.
For a 15-year-old kid, bro. Like I was probably above my age, I'd say maturely. But bro, for me to hear that, it broke me, bro. It wasn't easy. But as soon as it broke me, bro, I got back up straight away, bro.
You strike me as someone who doesn't let stuff like that get to you for very long.
No.
At least you pick yourself back up and, as you say.
Because, bro, my dad's very supportive, bro. He was my rock, bro. He's my rock. Like, he's like, all right, what are we going to do next? That's it. Let's go. Next club. Don't worry about this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bro, we're strong Christians. You know, we have firm belief in our Christian faith, bro. And it always says to never lose hope, bro. You know, never be afraid. Don't be afraid, man. So I just literally like lent on my faith and my Christian beliefs, and we just moved on, man. We moved on to the next one. That's it.
So what was next after that? So you said you going on trials, you're going around everywhere.
Yeah. The next one after Man City could have been Newcastle United, right? So I went on trial to Newcastle at 15.
Yeah.
I stayed there for a week. I stayed with another family. They like host. So families open their home up to like academy players. They host with them. I lived with another family for a week. Really nice people. I trialed there. I played a game with them, a friendly against Oldham Athletic.
Yeah.
Versus Oldham in under 15s, bro. I bagged 2 goals, man of the match. Like really, really good performance. They called me back again to come trial again because they weren't 100% convinced yet.
How can you not be convinced after that?
Bro, I think, you know what it was? They said too many touches. He takes too many touches.
Well, that's still the case now.
That's why I'm not there anymore, bro.
Still take too many touches, bro.
I know, brother. I got to release the ball. But, bro, that's what, got me there. But I went back, and then the guy called Steve Nixon, bro. I'm dropping all these names. Mate. Sorry, bro.
No. It's absolutely. I'm gonna have to do my research later.
Yeah, bro. Search these names up. A guy called Steve Nixon.
Yeah.
He's probably, I don't know if he's still there or not. I think he's head of first team now.
Really?
Yeah, bro. He's head of recruitment for first team now. So he contacted my dad up at 10 o'clock at night, bro. We want to sign you. We want to sign your son.
Yeah.
We want to sign him. Newcastle United. My dad said, okay. Okay.
You just woken me up, but yeah, sure.
and then Steve says, all right, when can I see you? You know, to talk to you about your son. My dad says, all right, come to my apartment tomorrow and we talk. So he came the next day from Newcastle to Manchester, bro. You know how far that is?
Mate, your dad's pulling strings as well. Like, what an agent.
Yeah, bro. My dad's a good agent.
Yeah.
Bro, 2.5, 3-hour drive. He came next day, discussed everything, discussed our contract that we wanted to sign. I didn't sign it yet because I said, all right, let's have a think about it. We need to work a few things out. And then we received a call the next day, bro, at in the afternoon, the next day.
Yeah.
He says, do you want the good news or bad news first, to my dad? And my dad goes, all right, give me the good news. He goes, we want to sign your son. And then my dad says, all right, give me the bad news. He said, but we can't because the visa I was on, bro, we had to apply for a permanent residency in a year. My visa was running out.
Yeah.
We had to apply for a permanent residency. And there's a chance that you can't get your permanent residency, even the smallest chance. So they said, no matter how much we want your son, we're going to invest a lot of money in him at these ages. Yeah. And what if he's not a resident of the country anymore? We can't afford that risk because their lawyers looked into it. They couldn't afford that risk. So Newcastle United, from a high to a low in like 1 day, bro. 1 day. Yeah, it killed me, bro. That was a point in time where I was really like, I was down, bro. I was down. I was down in the mud, bro. Right at the bottom,
So to hear that, that's another rejection at such a young age. Obviously, it's stuff out of your control, though, which is, would you say, even more frustrating?
Yeah, man.
You don't strike me as someone to let that affect you.
Nah, bro.
So I've got here Blackburn Rovers.
Yes, bro.
How does Blackburn come about?
Blackburn came about, a guy just literally messaged my dad from Blackburn. We know your son, Louis Khoury. He played against us. We liked it. We really liked it. He has potential. We liked him, etc. Bring him down for a trial. I went down for a trial, bro. 1 session, bro. These guys are after me, bro.
Same old story,
Same old story, man. But I'm telling you, man, my talent is what's kept me in football, man. Nothing else, because of how good I am at the game. That's what's kept me in the game, So straight away they wanted to sign me.
Yeah.
And that club I was pretty happy with because, like I said, I signed for a big club first. I wanted to see what a club like Blackburn would be like to try and make first team at an earlier age,
Yeah.
So I signed for them, and bro, I went on a run for under 16s. Like scoring goals every week, bro, against Man United, Aston Villa. I went on a run of of crazy form, best form in my life.
Did you play against City?
Actually, no. I played against them in under 18s. We lost
Okay.
3-1. I got an assist though against them in the 18s for Blackburn.
Would you have celebrated against Manchester City if you'd scored?
Would I?
Yeah, if you had scored against them,
bro,
you would have been thinking.
Can I
it.
swear on this podcast or not?
Yeah, you can swear.
Fucking oath, I would have, bro. there's no doubting that, bro. There's no doubting that. 110%, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, this club, I respect everything they've done for me, but I don't respect the way they dealt with my situation, bro. So till now, you treat people the way they treat you. I don't care who they are,
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, I would have for sure.
Yeah. How did Curzon Ashton come about? We're skipping forward a few years now.
So when I was at Blackburn Rovers, obviously that visa situation is why Newcastle didn't sign me. So at Blackburn it actually occurred because I don't think they looked too much into it, but
right,
that's why they signed me. Yeah, because they didn't really look too much into it.
know.
I think they were just that in love with me as a player, bro. Nah, I just don't think they really.
Sounds like everyone was in love with you.
Yeah, I mean,
you had all the big clubs, like the biggest clubs in the world.
It's all true, man. Everything you're hearing is true. I'm dropping every single coach's name in this.
Yeah.
So, what happened there was I couldn't play for a year and a half at Blackburn Rovers. A year and a half, man. I couldn't play in the FA Youth Cup. I couldn't play in league fixtures at under 18s, and these are critical years of development, man. Like these years are what make you ready for first grade under 23s level in them countries. Like they're so important. That 16 to 18 is the most important years, man. So
you missed a year and a half of football.
Yeah, man. And I was staying in digs as well. Digs, we call
So
you know what digs is, yeah?
Yeah, so you're away from your family.
I'm away from my family, staying in my own room, just training with Blackburn. Every day they're asking me, when am I going to get my visa answer? And my dad would say, we don't have it yet because it's with the Home Office. No responses, no replies, nothing. So I'm just there awaiting for this sort of yes or a no for my permanent residency.
Yeah.
And I'm still trying to maintain my levels of consistency with training and things like that. And at that point, I was going through, I would say, moments of just hating the world, bro. Literally thinking everyone was against me when they weren't, But
so how did you? A year and a half is a long time to be feeling that way. So what happened? What changed for you to keep going?
Man, just that thought in my head of if you give up, you've been beaten. That's it. That's what keeps me going till today. Just that thought in my head. If you give up, you've been beaten. That's it. You've let it beat you. That's the truth, though. As hard as it sounds, So after a year and a half of not playing at Blackburn, they had to release me, man, because I was not playing football. I was not developing into the player that I wanted to become, and they wanted me to be, and they saw me to be. So I had to sign my release papers, and then it didn't end too well there. I wasn't happy. They weren't happy, with what happened and whatever. And 2 weeks later, I get my PR as I left Blackburn.
You're joking.
2 weeks later, yeah. But the club already made their choice of, releasing me. So
they couldn't go back on it?
Well, clubs don't really, once they make a decision like that, they look forward straight away. They don't really, and because I hadn't played football for a year and a half, don't forget, a lot of my development was not as good as it should have been. As in, I could have been 20 times better if I'd been playing football for a year and a half in the FA Youth Cup or in under 18s fixtures. I played, I think, 4 or 5 fixtures in the 18s. That was it. Then I was keeping myself fit after that. After I got released from Blackburn, I signed up to a gym next to my apartment in Manchester in the Old Man City complex where we used to train. It's called Platt Lane.
So how long between you getting released and you signing somewhere? How long was it?
Man, it was a long time. It was about 4 months, 4 or 5 months, man, of just me killing myself in the gym constantly every single day and just literally fighting against, the situation, and just trying to become a better version of myself.
So for like people who don't know, Curzon Ashton at the time and still play in the sixth tier in England.
Yeah, Conference North.
So how does someone like yourself, who has all the biggest clubs, club academies in the world, like fighting for your signature, to Curzon Ashton being the club that gets it?
Well, funny enough, bro, me and my teammates used to laugh about Curzon Ashton when I was at Man City. You know, no disrespect to any club, but we used to like have a laugh about it. So for me to get there, like for me to really come that far down the ladder, I went there for fitness, just to train with the first team. I was about 17 or 18, and I went to train with the first team, and I tore up training with the first team with Curzon Ashton. So the manager just fell in love with me there.
Yeah.
And he wanted to sign me. So me and my dad were like, me and my dad were like,
world's best agent.
Me and my dad were like, if this is going to get you first team football quicker, then let's do it. Let's sign with him. But really, that was, for me, a mistake, in my opinion.
Okay.
I feel like I could have waited and been more patient and signed for a club like from Blackburn. I could have gone to another championship club or another sort of club that could have been in a higher regard, like held higher up in the ladder.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have dropped so low. Because once you drop that low, bro,
it's hard to fight back.
Doesn't matter where you come from. Once you're there, you're there. It's the present, like.
The only way up is you have to be good enough, which
bro,
it does sound like
shine. And I was impatient, I think, at Curzon because I played 10 appearances with the first team when I was 18 in National League North. For me, that wasn't good enough at that time.
Which is crazy because...
Yeah, which is probably good at that time. And everyone told me you got to be patient. You got to be patient. And I'm like, no, I should be playing in this level. And I used to look at my mates, bro, that I played with in Man City. They're all playing for like they're in good clubs. They're making... I used to look at that and they used to kill me, bro. That used to kill my life. Like, I used to hate it. Just even looking at it, So...
Did that motivate you more? Or did that...
Yes and no. It got in my head a bit too. It got in my head because I was getting older. 1 year in football is like 4 years in real life, bro.
Yeah.
1 year equals 4 years. So as I'm getting older, there's less chance and less chance and less chance of me getting to the level I want to. And I'm seeing all my mates that I used to play with getting to the level that I wanted to get to. It got in my head a little bit as well, you know.
Did you find yourself getting complacent with the level?
At Curzon?
At Curzon, yeah. At Curzon.
A little bit, but it wasn't easy, man.
Yeah.
It was tough. Like, I was 18 and the players I was playing with, I wouldn't necessarily say they were technically at my level, but they were well-drilled first-team players, like as in, they got through 90 minutes every week consistently. Yeah. And I hadn't played as much football as I should have coming up to them ages,
Yeah.
So I needed to develop, and that's the hard reality. You know what I mean? That's the hard truth. As good as I was, I needed more time to develop at Curzon, playing in the conference,
Yeah, and like a lot of people probably don't know, but that's like a very good level of football still.
Bro, it's very good. I would say Conference North is like NPL 1. Yeah. Easily. For me, it could be better, to be honest.
I think it could be.
NPL New South Wales or wherever.
I think the good teams in that level are definitely better.
I think the good teams in the Conference North would definitely compete in the NPL here, for sure.
Easily.
For sure.
Yeah.
Conference, 5th Division, would be, for me, A-League.
Yeah.
League 2, A-League, around them.
Yeah.
League 2, League 1, them levels would be A-League for me. But Conference North and Conference South would be NPL for me.
Like a good NPL.
Yeah, a good NPL team.
Yeah.
For sure.
Nah, 100%.
Definitely.
I agree. And I listened to an interview of yours.
With Curzon?
When you were at Curzon.
Of course you did, yeah.
You had a Manchester accent.
Yeah, man. I was a manny, bro. I was a proper manny, bro. Like Mancunian,
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like,
which is crazy because I hear you now, bro, and you don't sound anything like.
Don't forget, English. Man. I went to high school in Manchester, bro. Like, I was a proper Mancunian through and through.
It's your formative years, like their formative years.
Yeah, bro.
What was it, 10 to 16, roughly?
Well, you could say them years of becoming a teenager and becoming a young man. I was in England, bro.
Yeah, which it's just crazy to me, you know, because
Yeah,
you
bro.
don't sound anything like it now.
Yeah, that video of me in Curzon, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I sound like a proper like Mancunian, eh?
You do.
Yeah,
you do.
bro.
It's crazy.
How times have changed, bro.
It's
Times
crazy,
changed.
man.
Now I sound like an Aussie, you know?
Yeah. So 10 games at Curzon Ashton.
Yeah.
Then you moved back to Australia?
At 18 and a half, I think around 18 and a half,
Yeah.
I think I was turning 19.
Mm-hmm.
I decided to make the call. I was speaking to my old contact at Man City, Fergal, and I was saying to him, man, like I'm not happy, you know, the level I'm playing at, from where I've gone, from where I had been to where I've gotten to, I was just not happy with it. I'm like, what do I do? I need to do something, like to change this, you know. So I thought possibly coming back to the A-League could have been a better option for me. More like, you know, broadcasting, you're on TV, everything like that. I thought it could have benefited me a lot more than staying in the conference in England.
Did it take you a while to come to that decision?
It took me.
And the reason why I asked that is, like, if I'm gonna talk about my own experience with it, I didn't want to move back to Australia.
Yeah,
partly for me, like, I achieved a lot.
Yeah,
but I felt like I was failing if I moved back.
Yeah, for me, bro, it was a sense of pride. Like I stayed in England for 7.5 years, bro.
Yeah,
and I didn't crumble. And my family didn't crumble. You know, that's a big achievement, man.
100%.
Like, in itself. We got permanent residency in that country from nothing.
Yeah.
Like, that's a big achievement in itself as a life achievement, you know. So part of it was a big hit to my ego to come back here, to see my mates again, to see, you know, family again, to see people again that said, oh, yeah, I told you wouldn't make it. Or, you know, like, to see these types of people with them sort of attitudes again that love to see you come back and not succeed.
Yeah,
I really struggled to do that, but I had to take a hit to my ego, bro, and try and do what's best for my career, you know.
And so you did that,
Yeah.
and you made your way to the Central Coast Mariners.
I did. At first, to be honest with you, I trialled for Melbourne City A-League team. I was coming from Curzon from pre-season. I thought coming to the A-League was going to be a walk in the park. Because I hadn't watched A-League. I had never watched A-League in my life before I came back. I'm from Australia.
Yeah.
I didn't know what the A-League was at 18, 19. I honestly have never watched A-League at that age.
Yeah.
I'm like, who are these guys? I'm better than them.
Mm.
But came back to Melbourne City, proper A-League team.
You learned quick.
There was a French coach there.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready. Physically and mentally, bro. I was not ready for professional football at that level. You know, I came back underdone, not physically fit enough, not mentally strong enough, not in the shape I could have been if I had, you know, I would say better guidance and I knew what I was in for. I could have done a lot better at Melbourne City. So I had a trial there, didn't work, bro. They didn't want me. So I took that hit and I worked harder after that. Then I said, my head hit reality and I said, all right, I'm not good enough yet. Simple. I'm not good enough. I got to work, you know. And then I just literally worked as hard as I could every single day, grinding as hard as I can. And then I went on trial to Sydney FC through an agent called Vince Grella. He played for the Socceroos.
Yeah, I know the name. Yeah.
I went on trial to Sydney FC, killed it. I done amazing there. Like, it was such a good reaction from what I had previously done at Melbourne City. They couldn't sign me because I was a bit too old. I was like 19 at the time.
Okay.
They had 17-year-olds coming through in the A-League setup. They really, really liked me as a player, but they couldn't sign me because they thought I was getting a bit too old and I hadn't played A-League yet, bro.
Crazy to hear. 19, too old.
Bro, unbelievable, yeah. So that's when I ended up at Mariners, bro, under Nick Montgomery. Yeah. Really good guy from England.
Yeah, one of my old clubs.
Yeah, but I had to dust myself off and go on trial to all these clubs, yeah. I didn't just get signed. I came back to Australia starting from scratch again, bro. Because I left before the system. No one even barely knew who I was, and I had played for Man City, bro. Yeah. Like, that's, for me, bro, that was a big hit to my ego, man. Like, going on trial to Central Coast Mariners, like, for me, that was a big hit to my ego. But
I can imagine.
I had to suck it up and do it, and I eventually signed there on a youth contract.
Yeah. So, there wasn't much, I look into, like, the history, not much first team.
No.
Game time or anything like that. Do you find it hard to break through?
So when I initially signed at the Mariners, I got promoted to the A-League team straight away. Like, I was better than every player there. But we had players like Alo Qual, Max Ballard, like good players playing for the
Yeah.
Socceroos now.
Yeah.
Max and like just a lot of good players in our team. But for me, I was training with the A-League. I was playing NPL 2 first grade. I never played 20s. I played first grade straight away. We were doing really well, bro. First 2 games, scored 3 goals, scored 2 against Spirit. And then we won against Hakoah. Then COVID hit, bro. COVID hit straight away in my first year there. So that was the year that I really could have broke through at the Mariners and really hit first grade.
Yeah.
Because they rated me so high. Like, and Nick Montgomery as well was a top guy, and he backed me all the way. So COVID hit, and it really stuffed me around when COVID hit. Then after lockdown came back, then COVID hit again. So like we had 2 years of COVID. By the time I was out of COVID, I was 20, nearly 21. I had made my debut at 19 in the COVID bubble.
Yeah.
So I made my debut for like 5 minutes in the A-League,
Yeah.
10 minutes. I was the first player, one of the first players in my age group to make the debut in the A-League.
Yeah.
So no one else in my age group had made a debut in the A-League yet. So I was one of the first ones. And then COVID hit again, bro. So by the time I was out of COVID, I was 20, 21. No first grade A-League experience at 20. Okay, fair enough. You're going to be old. I can agree with that to a certain extent. I backed myself.
Yeah.
The club didn't back me enough to sign. So, bro, I had to leave, bro. And I wasn't earning enough money, bro, for a 19, 20-year-old to go rent an apartment in Central Coast. And, I was losing money,
Gorican.
really, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Gorican, yeah.
In Gorican.
I didn't know what I was in
places.
for, man. I didn't know what I was in for when I went there. But
So funny.
I found out pretty quick. I was in Sydney more than I was there. So I was
Yeah.
wasting my money, basically.
Of course. And just on the money thing, I forgot to ask you.
Yeah.
At Man City, just quickly,
Yeah.
you were 11 to 16
Yeah.
at Man City. Were you
Yeah.
getting paid? Were they paying you then?
First time I got paid was at Blackburn.
Okay.
Scholarship money.
All right.
Yeah, you earn about, I think it's roughly like 1,000 Australian, 1,200 Australian a month.
Yeah.
At 16, they give you.
It's not as good.
It's not too bad, bro. Yeah, it's good
Cool.
to start with.
And so you're at Mariners for a season.
Yeah.
You had offers to play in Portugal.
Yeah, bro.
So,
How did you know that?
hey?
How did you know that,
Right,
bro?
I've done my research.
Yeah, I did.
So, why did you turn those down? And, like, or actually, first, what level was it that you had offers?
Third division.
Third division.
Third division in Portugal, yeah.
And why did you turn those down?
Simply because I believe that at that time, I just wanted to play. The first thing available to play, because I was dying to play, man. And at that time, the NPL was just closer to playing. I had to go to Portugal, go trial, go through all these processes again to play third division. So I said I may as well just get a full season under my belt here, play 90 minutes a week in the NPL and prove myself as a 20-year-old. I think that was pretty good to do in the NPL.
Yeah, 100%.
To be starting week in, week out. So that's why I didn't go to Portugal, man. Like if it was second division, I would have been like, yeah, done. But third division,
It's
I was a little bit
It feels
skeptical.
like you've constantly had to prove yourself in trials
Always,
and everything.
always,
It's like,
bro.
did you ever like just feel tired of doing that?
Yeah, bro. You feel exhaustion, but
Like you kept having to prove
it's
yourself
exhaustion
over and over.
with that clarity in your mind. You know you're good enough.
Yeah.
Like I had that clarity in my head because a lot of things that didn't work out in football wasn't because of my talent.
Yeah.
A lot of it was external factors, So I always knew I was comfortable with myself in terms of how good I am.
Yeah.
So it was exhausting, but it was worth it, bro.
And you mentioned NPL.
Yeah.
So that's where you land.
Yes.
NPL. So you have 2 seasons
Yeah.
in the NPL.
Yeah.
Mount Druitt.
Yeah.
And then Sutherland.
Yeah, Mount Druitt
Sharks.
to start with.
So, like very quickly,
Yeah.
what was your time like at those clubs? First time in
Yeah.
NPL 1.
Yeah, yeah.
What was like the main differing factors?
I don't know what the
between-
NPL was, to be honest with you, when I signed. Because I skipped the whole system, no idea what the NPL was. I signed in the NPL.
That's so funny.
Here I go. So it's my first time playing at all these grounds, all these clubs. Mount Druitt, bro. I honestly thank them a lot, bro, because they gave me that platform to make an actual career in football. You know what I mean? They gave me that first sort of real chance in first team to prove myself. So Mount Druitt was good, man. It was a good year of football for me. Got a lot of minutes. Like I got team of the week quite a few times in my first year in the NPL, which was good.
Yeah.
And then I got a good move to Sutherland, man. And Sutherland was good. Demir was the head coach. Pani Nikas was the assistant.
Mm-hmm.
And they were both good, bro. Both energetic guys. Both wanted to, do their best, win games. So
Yeah.
they relied on me as a key player. So, I think I could have done better, but you can always do better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, it was good.
And obviously NPL's part-time, and
Yeah.
by the sounds of it, you've only really been in full-time setups up until now.
Yeah.
So what was that like? How did you like combat that negative, the negative impact of part-time football?
Bro, it was a hard shock to the system first. Because it was, again, another hit to my ego, man. Because this is not, in my head, it was only football. I was going to make it to the top level, and that was it. But now, I had to adjust. Training at night, not in the morning. What do I do with myself during the day? To prepare, because you have so much time during the day. So, man, it was hard. The first year was really, really hard for me, man. But I tried to just ignore all that stuff and just enjoy my football the first year. And it wasn't easy, but we got through it. That sort of adjustment.
Well, it got you a move to the Lebanese Prem.
Yeah.
At Nejmeh.
Nejmeh.
Where you actually won the Lebanese Prem.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
So is that your first title?
Yeah.
First trophy?
So the first trophy was a Super Cup. It's like a pre-season comp that we play with all the best teams in Lebanon, like in the first division. My debut was in the final of that Lebanese Super Cup, bro.
You're joking.
15 to 20,000 fans, bro.
Holy crap.
Yeah. 20,000 fans there.
So
crazy.
Would that be the biggest crowd you played in front of?
No. Yeah, I would say that. To be honest with you, bro, in Lebanon, the fans are insane. They're not normal because they're football obsessed there, but they don't have the financial capability like a lot of to really promote it and to really get it to the levels of the Iraq League or the Saudi League or these other big leagues there. The country's not in that financial stability. Yep. I mean, they're always in and out of wars, bro, Lebanon. So it's not easy to have financial stability when you're in between all that stuff. But the crowd for that club at Nejmeh was unbelievable, bro. Before I kicked the ball, they knew my name. They started singing for me straight away.
That's unreal.
Yeah, it was unbelievable, bro. It was really amazing.
It's a nice feeling. And
it was.
And so, how did that even come about? That move.
The move to Nejmeh. Well, I had a guy here. He just messaged me.
Okay.
And he got my number through the Mariners. I think he knew someone at the Mariners.
Yeah.
Lebanese guy. And he just told me. He said that he thinks that I have potential, so forth. And he said there's a team that's interested in me called Nejmeh. Mm-hmm. They want to sign you. I actually rejected it the first year. The year I went to Southo, I was meant to go. Okay. But I signed for Sutherland instead. And then the year after Southo, during the season, I went. After 21 games in the NPL, I went to Lebanon. And I went to Nejmeh, bro. But funny enough, the time I went to Nejmeh, I still had to trial.
You're joking.
I went over there. I had faith in myself that I was going to prove myself again. Yeah. And I had to go on trial again, bro. They wouldn't just sign you. Because they don't respect the NPL. They respect it, but you're not coming from the A-League or from a professional setup in terms of, that's done. You know what I mean? So then again, bro, I had to start from scratch and I had to go on trial. And straight away, bro, I made waves there. And, I had two teams after me, Safa and Nejmeh. Both very, very good teams in Lebanon. So I ended up choosing Nejmeh because I had the best crowd. We played in the AFC Cup.
Yes.
Which was unreal. So
yeah, and did you move by yourself?
Yeah, that was a solo one, bro.
Okay,
I had no one there.
How was that moving away?
My first time to Lebanon. That was my first ever time to Lebanon.
Wow.
I always wanted to go, but I never had time. That was my first time, so it was hard. That for me, was the hardest move I've ever done. Moving over there, you're in your hotel. You're in a third world country as well. Yeah, it's not like Australia or the UK. Yeah. It's different level in terms of living standards. Crazy. It's completely different, bro. But it's my home. Yes. Lebanon's my home. So for me, it wasn't that foreign. I can sort of speak the language. It wasn't too bad, but it was tough.
And that brings you to where you are now.
Yeah. So after Lebanon, we had a bit of a feeling that the war was going to break out. So I played in the AFC Cup. I broke into the team straight away. into Nijmeh, which isn't easy, bro. There's some good players there,
Yeah.
and there's players that have been there for a while, so they want to play them, you know. But I gave the coach no choice. I had a Portuguese coach, Paulo. Yeah, top guy.
Yeah.
He gave me the opportunity. He trusted me. It's playing the AFC Cup in Iraq, in Saudi, bro. We travelled. These
awesome.
hotels were unbelievable, man. Like, insane. And the stadiums we played in, bro, like Premier League. Literally, like the Etihad Stadium.
Yeah.
Like, literally that level of a stadium. You know what I mean? So these guys invest heavily into
There's
football.
a lot of money.
So
in those
my aim,
countries.
so the reason why I went to Lebanon is to get a move to Saudi or to
Yeah.
get a move to one of these other countries neighboring,
Yeah.
because I believed that I could do it. You know
Mm.
what I mean? I done the first part right, and I was playing the AFC Cup. Started 3 out of the 4 games in the AFC Cup that we played in.
Yeah.
And I done really well, man. So, and then again, I came back here because we had a feeling the war was going to break out, and then I signed for St. George City. Got sort of comfortable again in the NPL space.
Okay.
You know.
And so that's where you are now, St. George City. That's where we are teammates.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And
Yeah.
I guess, I mean, it's so interesting hearing your story.
Yeah.
And once again, thank you so much.
Of course,
like, we've
bro.
been here for a while.
Yeah, no, man.
There's been a few hiccups as
Yeah.
well with the cameras
Couple
and everything.
technical issues.
Which hopefully, if you're watching this, you don't notice it.
We sorted it out.
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Big thanks to Louis
Yeah,
for that one.
all good, man.
But even this season,
Yeah.
you find yourself with a bit of a setback.
Yeah, man.
So how long you were out with a groin injury?
Yeah, so pre-season I tore my adductor.
Mm.
Done a grade 3 tear on it. Well, it's been like 13, 14 weeks. Now I'm back,
Yeah.
thankfully. But yeah, it's been a tough season, man. Like, it's not been easy, but it's given me the opportunity to focus on things that, you know, aren't involved with my football in terms of on the pitch. So I've had the opportunity to focus on things outside of the field.
Yeah. Which
So-
I want to get into that
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Before we do,
Yeah.
in my research on you,
Tell me.
so 4 years ago,
Yeah.
almost to the day. Do you remember where you were 4 years ago? Almost to the day, maybe like a month.
Today?
Yeah, I would
What are we
say
in May?
May. So let's just say
May 4 years ago.
June, May, June 4 years ago.
No.
I think you were at Mount Druitt.
Yeah.
I think you were
I was at
Druitt.
Mount Druitt. Yeah.
So you mentioned when you were there,
Yeah.
your ambitions were to go pro again,
Yeah.
wherever that may be.
Yes.
So you went pro in Lebanon.
Yeah. I had achieved that, yeah.
Is that still the case?
Right now, I would say I want to enjoy playing first and foremost. If that ever leads me back to an opportunity to play professionally, then I'll make that decision. But I feel like the level I'm playing at now, I'm sort of happy with. Wasn't ideal. I did say to myself at Mount Druitt, if I don't make it pro in the next year, I'm going to quit football altogether.
Wow.
I did say that, but I haven't. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because it's an addiction, man, like a drug.
It
you know,
is.
football. So, yeah, like, I don't know. I'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I just want to start playing again, man.
Yeah.
Help us win some games, get back up the ladder.
Yeah. And that obviously, like, inclusive of your current season.
Yeah.
It's a long time you've been out. You've been out for
Yeah,
a long time.
yeah,
But like
quite a bit.
every week that you come in, every
Yeah.
week that you're on that road to
Yeah,
recovery, like
yeah.
what's keeping you motivated?
Honestly, man, just that sheer willingness inside me to. I actually remember a lot of setbacks I had in my career. When I have this certain setback, I remember other setbacks I've had. Rejection, people not wanting you to succeed. That gives me more fuel to even come back from this injury and smash it and do really well. You know, like it's just that fire inside me, man. It just doesn't go. I'm an ambitious guy.
And that, like, has that changed since you were like a 16-year-old at Man City?
I think it's changed in different ways now. Now I'm ambitious outside of football as well as with football, you know.
Yeah.
Like I'm just an ambitious guy in general. I just want to succeed in life, you know.
And that you are, by the sounds of it. That brings us on to what you're talking about outside of football. Your making waves in the coaching industry with title football coaching.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, that's something I started about a year and a half ago. I'd say title football. It's something that I just started because I feel like I have so much to give back to these kids, man.
Yeah.
Like, my story is 1 in a million. Like, and what I've been through in my career, I've been through every high, every low, how to persevere, how to overcome obstacles, you know. So I just started that to give these kids the best guidance possible, really.
Well, you've had a lot of experience.
Yeah.
And through this, you're able to share that experience with that next generation coming through.
Yeah.
So from what I've seen, man, it's really great.
Yeah, I mean, both title has become, I think, an environment that a lot of parents want their kids a part of, you know, like, and I mean, what we provide to these kids is, it's not just about the football. It's about how to become a better human being, you know, and how to become a respectful human being with good manners, respect, discipline, all these attributes that you need these days, you know, to even become employable these days, man. A lot of these young kids are stuck on social media now. They're stuck on Instagram. They're stuck on TikTok. They're stuck on all this stuff these days that they're not learning the right attributes of these things. So I think this allows them the opportunity to grow as you know, a young teenager or even a young child, you know, developing these characteristics of discipline and how to listen to someone without saying no. You know what I mean? Like, because that's what it is in our academy. Our standards are high for a reason, you know. So no, it's going well, man. It's going well. A lot of these kids are learning quickly. Yeah. Yeah.
That's great, bro. Like, honestly, from what I've seen on the socials and everything, and from what I hear in the changing room from all the boys talking about it, it's very successful and you're killing it.
Yeah, it's going well. It's going well. Yeah, it is.
Right, Lou, we are almost at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
And I have some quick fire questions for you.
Yeah, tell me. There's
a few here that I'm going to be asking every guest that I get on the podcast.
Yeah.
And there's a few that are a bit more targeted towards you. So you've sort of answered the biggest crowd and best atmosphere that you played it. That was when in your time over in Lebanon.
Yeah.
So just quickly, what's your favorite thing about football?
Favorite thing about football?
Yeah.
Winning a game.
Winning a game.
Yeah.
No better feeling.
No chance. Grinding and winning a game. Yeah.
What is something about you people would be surprised to know?
Do you want it funny or like, can it be funny or?
Yeah, funny or serious. Like,
it's a funny one. Yeah. I actually didn't know how to ride a bike until I was 14 years old.
Really?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Honestly.
Why? Just never.
It was just me and the ball from 5. And then at Man City, we do alternate activities.
Okay.
And then on one day, we had to go bike riding. And the guy says, put your hand up if you can't ride a bike. It was like me.
You were the only one.
I was the only one out of everyone. I couldn't ride a bike. So I had to go on the back of the bike with some guy. And the tyre popped as he was riding it. The tyre foot popped.
Oh my God. But you know how to ride one now?
Yeah, thank God. Yeah, I learned. I made my dad teach me at 14.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, now
By the sounds of it, your dad can do anything.
Yeah, man. He's Superman.
That would have been light work.
Yeah, he's good. Easy.
Okay. What's a song that you put on to get you fired up for a game?
A song that I put on?
Yeah, like one that really just like gets you match ready.
I would say Tupac. Ambitions as a Writer. You heard that?
Okay. I'm not familiar with it, but...
You don't know Tupac?
I know Tupac, yeah.
Ambitions as a Writer.
Not like a big Tupac.
Trust me, man. It's top.
I'll try playing
or Pop Smoke.
Pop Smoke.
Pop Smoke.
You like your rap, hey?
Yeah, bro.
You love your rap.
I mean, you can't beat it.
You love Drake, though.
Drake, Drizzy, Kanye. I'm a big Kanye West fan. Yeah, I'm a big Kanye fan, man. But like...
The music.
He's a good overall artist. I'm a big Kanye fan, man.
Yeah. No, cool. All right, I'll have a listen and maybe...
Yeah, Pop Smoke Dior. Put Dior on.
Oh, yeah, I know Dior. Yeah,
Christian Dior, yeah.
Yeah, I know that one.
Yeah.
We'll put it on before this weekend.
Next game day.
Yeah,
we'll put it on.
All right. Okay, tricky one here, but what's a question that you have for my next guest? Now, you don't know who it is, but do you have a question that you'd maybe like to know from another athlete who's been through some adversity?
Yeah, I would ask... I mean, I think it's a common question that we'd all have, you know, like as athletes to ask each other.
Yeah.
I would sort of say, what was the lowest point in your career and how did you react from it? You know, like what was the lowest point in your career in terms of rejection and in terms of just feeling like shit, not feeling good, feeling like you don't want to do anything or demotivated? How did you pull yourself out of it? You know, I would probably have that as a question.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Very
Better than
good.
all your questions, huh?
No, I mean, I feel like you covered your lowest point and
Yeah.
how you got out of it.
Yeah,
so,
for sure, man.
Yeah. All right. I'll ask my next guest.
Yeah.
So subscribe.
Whoever it's going to be.
Subscribe so you don't miss it.
Subscribe to, what's the channel?
Finding Your Second Wind.
Finding Your Second Wind.
Mate,
yeah.
you said you liked the name. Come on.
Nah, I forgot it, bro. It's too long.
Okay.
Tell me.
What do you enjoy doing outside of football?
Outside of football,
Yeah.
family, bro.
Family?
My nephews.
Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, man. I'm a family guy, bro.
Yeah.
My nephews, my nieces, that's it. Mum, dad, brother, sister. That's it. That takes up all my time, bro. And church. I'm a church goer, bro. Every Sunday. Go
Every
to church. That's it.
I love it.
And football.
It's good.
And work.
Family, football, religion.
That's it, bro. That's it.
Simple
Simple.
guy, eh?
Life's simple,
Simple
bro.
guy.
Life is simple.
And you kind of touched on this next one
Yeah.
a little bit, but you didn't quite answer it.
Yeah.
Now, it's the question that everyone in football asks. Messi or Ronaldo?
Oof. Messi or Ronaldo.
You said you like both.
I liked both. So I was a big Messi fan. As I loved Ronaldo, but I genuinely believe as a natural gifted footballer, Messi is the best footballer I've ever seen in my entire life. Mentality wise, I would go Cristiano Ronaldo because he's not as talented as Messi.
Yeah.
So to keep up with someone like Messi, bro, you can't be human mentally. Because Ronaldo for me isn't as talented, but mentally, bro, he's got the mentality of someone that I've never seen before, ever, bro.
It's interesting because
Ever.
I see shades of both players in you.
Yeah, that's
You
nice.
have, obviously you're not as good as either of them.
Well, I am, but I'm joking.
Yeah.
I'm joking, bro. No chance.
But you are very
Yeah.
good, but
Yeah.
you've got that natural talent,
Yeah.
Messi.
Yeah.
And from talking to you, you have that mindset and
Yeah.
mentality of Ronaldo.
Yeah, bro.
Obviously, they're like too elite
Of course,
in their
yeah.
own right. Like
Yeah. They're on a
crazy.
different world.
So
yeah,
I can
they're on a
see
different
like
world.
why you like both of them.
Yeah.
But is it Messi?
That makes
is it
sense.
Messi or Ronaldo?
I do think, bro, that I can't choose, bro.
Okay,
I actually can't choose because
Fence sitter, Louis Khoury.
nah, bro. I love both of them that much, bro. I swear. Like,
Yeah.
in my head, I'm just thinking of like Messi winning the World Cup and like what he did. That should make him the best player of all time. But I'm thinking about Cristiano Ronaldo, bro. The bicycle kick against Juventus in the against Real Madrid for Juventus. Was it? That bicycle kick in the quarterfinal, Champions League or whatever.
I think it was for Real Madrid.
Bro, I'm just thinking of all these things, bro. Like that these players have done. I can't choose. I'm sorry, bro. I cannot choose.
Okay,
so
fair enough, bro.
Sorry,
Fair enough.
Sorry, Louis Khoury.
That's all right.
Sorry, bro.
No, don't apologize to me. Just apologize to the person in this video.
I can't, bro. I just can't. Can't choose.
Nah, all good. And do you have like a first big purchase after you started to earn good money?
I'm telling you, my first ever purchase after I earned my first bag of coin from football.
Is this at Blackburn?
This is at Blackburn.
Yeah.
First £600 I earned.
Yeah.
I bought my mum a watch.
Nice.
Yeah,
Classy.
Gucci watch. Yeah,
Gucci.
Yeah, Gucci watch. Yeah,
Nice,
but I used to
bro.
walk through Selfridges. You know Selfridges
Yeah, I
in
know
England.
Selfridges. Yeah.
Walk through, but I used to walk every week, even though I couldn't afford nothing. Yeah,
I done the same.
I couldn't afford nothing. £2,000 for a jacket, I'm not paying. Like I can't afford nothing. Yeah, that was like I'm like that's my dream, man. Like I just want to go in here one day, buy the whole shop. Hasn't happened yet, but
Nah, you'll get
it will happen. I'm telling you now. Through other ways, it will happen. Maybe not through football, but through other ways, I'll do it. Be fine. But my first big purchase, bro, was for my mum, man. My mum. Yeah, but family first,
Family,
bro.
bro.
I can't ever
I
forget
love it.
that, bro. You know.
Well, Louis Khoury, thank you so much for joining me
You're
on
very
Finding
welcome,
Your
bro.
Second Wind.
You're very welcome.
The first guest as well, and what an episode.
It's been good.
What an episode.
I've actually
mate.
enjoyed it, bro.
I really, really appreciate it because, as you said, you don't do many of these at all, really.
No, I haven't done it before
bro,
for anyone.
Your online footprint is so small. I was trying to do this research.
No one,
Couldn't find much.
No one will know much about me, bro. That's just how I am, you know. But I've enjoyed it, bro. I might do this more often.
Yeah. I know. Awesome.
I might do this more often, bro. It's good.
Awesome.
It was good. I
Cheers,
appreciate
bro.
your time, bro. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you so much.
What do you say? Subscribe?
Subscribe.
Yeah, everyone subscribe to the
subscribe.
second win. Yeah, it's
Subscribe,
good. He's
follow.
pretty good. He's good.
Nah, cheers, man.
It's a good listen.
Appreciate
It'll
it.
be a good listen for everyone.
Yeah.
It will be.
100%.
Yeah. All right, bro.
Cheers, bro.
Cheers, bro. Thank you.
Wow. Once again, a big thank you to Louis for sitting down with me today. We did have a few technical issues, which he actually helped me through, which was I'm incredibly grateful for, as well as his time out of his busy day. So he has a busy schedule now with his title football coaching. But wow, just like, wasn't that just an incredible story? I couldn't believe the amount of times that he had to like prove himself over and over again, go on trial. It's like, did he not already prove himself with all these other clubs and all these other places that he would go on trial? And it was the same story. We got to sign this kid. We got to sign this kid. So it was just really surprising to learn how often he had to keep proving himself, especially in England. But I thought maybe that was just because he was an Australian kid, not known, but he had to do it again when he came back to Australia, which really surprised me. And it just goes to show how dedicated and how mentally resilient he is. Even with my experience of knowing Louis, this season in particular, he's been out for a long time, and to keep showing up and keep doing the rehab, it's a testament to him as a person as well. And I also found it fascinating, like how much his family supported him and they were there with him, the whole time. And it just goes to show that family is so important as well, which is cool to see. And he holds family incredibly dear to his heart, which is just like really cool, really enlightening conversation. And once again, thank you so much to Louis for agreeing to do this. Really, really appreciate it. And thank you for listening. If you made it all this way, make sure to subscribe to Finding Your Second Wind. I'm hoping to be interviewing a lot more people like Louis who have had both success in their journey and also have suffered setbacks, and just really learning how they get through that. So once again, thank you so much for listening. This is Finding Your Second Wind.
Finding your second wind.